Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Todd. This is Todd. For today's video, I've decided to do a meal on a budget. For this, you're going to need 454 grams, or 1 pound, of penne pasta. You're also going to need 670 grams, or 24 ounces, of your choice of pasta sauce. You're also going to need 5 ounces of pepperoni. You're going to need some mozzarella cheese, and I'm also adding some Parmesan cheese. This entire meal can cost about $6, and it's enough to feed about 6 to 7 people, so about $1 a person. So it's pretty affordable for those that are on a tight budget during this time right now. So to get started, you're going to want to go ahead and boil your pasta. I'm doing a half of a recipe or a half a batch today since it's only going to be me eating this. So I already have a pot over on the stove boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and just pause this and go ahead and get that in. Okay, so the pasta's done, and what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to go ahead and pour in your pasta sauce. Since I'm doing half a batch, I'm only going to add in half of my jar. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix. And I'm going to go ahead and just dump this in my dish. And I'm going to go ahead and just smooth this out. Now, a 8x8 square cake pan is the perfect size for a whole batch too. So this would actually probably be better in a loaf pan, but I'm not going to do that in that tonight. Just smooth it out, try and get it as even as possible. And you are going to want to cook that pasta according to the package. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on just a light layer of my cheese. Not all of it, just a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer on my pepperonis. Now this is a fairly cheap meal. It can be anywhere from $1 a person up to about $2. Just depends on what brand of products you get. So like for me, I went with the real Parmesan cheese, not the stuff in the jar. So that's going to increase the price for mine. But you're only needing 30 grams or an ounce worth of it, so you'd have extra Parmesan to use later. Also, so, and I believe an 8-ounce wedge of it's really no more than $7-8. So you buy one wedge and you can get probably about 4 to 5 meals out of it. So it's still fairly cheap. But anyways, if you don't want to use the real Parmesan, you can go ahead and just use the stuff on the shelf in the plastic jar. That's a-okay. I just prefer the taste and flavor of the real Parmesan. And you're just going to want to go ahead and just layer all of these. Don't really have to be perfect, kind of like mine is. I'm just layering it to cover everything. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the last of this cheese right here. And you're going to need about half a pound of this. This is going to melt down and get real bubbly and melty, And now just spread this out as evenly as you possibly can. Now I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle on my Parmesan. Just try and get that spread out evenly too. You don't want a real big clump in one area and then none in the other. So right there is about perfect. And you're going to want to go ahead and bake this at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. And at that time, it should pretty much be ready to eat, but you are going to want to let this sit and cool off for about 5 to 10 minutes before cutting and serving. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this video up right here. If you like this video, make sure you slap that like button. It really helps the channel out. Also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to come along with me on this journey of mine.